Hello there, YouTube. Welcome to Compound Fracture Plays Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Look at our republic. It's magnificent. This is a new day of recording, and I'm going to start off by taking a little tour, little scenic sightsee around here, and I'm noticing immediately that this train has no power, so hey, that's not good. Let's check on that. Power plant operating without issues. Okay, well, maybe we just need to tell it to go, I guess. I guess we can just... What are you doing? What are you doing, man? He's unloading iron. Iron's full here. I don't know why there's no power on the train line. That seems very strange. Let's hit play, see what happens. I was going to do a tour, wasn't I? Well, this is Shackleford. Shackleford's coming together very nicely. Building more prefabs over here, and that's always good. Expanding the little town. We still need some more population in these here buildings, especially this one. It doesn't seem like people move from one town to another automatically. I noticed when I was moving people the other day that as soon as I took them out of the flat, more people moved in. So it's probably the case that the people who can't find, like young adults who can't find their own housing are not leaving to go to the new town. So we're just going to have to do it manually. Let's do that. Let's first start relocating some educated citizens. And you notice this is going to immediately pick up a bunch of people. So the new people are now able to move out into these newly abandoned apartments. So let's get some more uneducated or general workers here. There we go. We need more money already. Some things never change. Let's drag this up to an even 5. Borrow. Okay. Our total amount owed is still more or less on that 2 million mark, which it's been on for a very long time now. That's okay. We have this functioning steel mill, which is going full out with almost 200 workers in it right now, and we have lots of steel as a result, and that's very nice indeed. The train now thinks it has power, so I don't know what was happening there, but whatever it is, hopefully it's fixed itself, I guess. This is our little food distribution network. So I think our priorities for today should be twofold, really. One is getting this iron area over here finished, which my little paver here is hard at work on. Look how hard he's working. He's like practically vibrating, you know? Vibrating with effort. That's what he's doing. Oh, it's great. And our railroad's coming along nicely too. It's gotten as far as here, well within sight of its eventual goal. I wonder if we might have to assign this stretch manually, which is fine. Same with the last little stretch. We'll see about that when we get to it. But also, I'd like to reinvigorate our farming. I want to do 2 at least new farming industries. We want clothing and we want alcohol production locally, and also meat production. We really need 3 new farming areas. Also, I was kind of questioning myself a little bit, like, I wonder if we can actually get all of these warehouses filled up during one harvest season from one set of farms. We might need to put a second set of farms right on the edge of that first set and use the combined weight of the farm power to fully fill up these warehouses each year. Though it looks like they are fully filled up already in February, so, you know, this might be okay. Sure. I mean, right? Looks okay, I think. If we want exports to happen, though, we need another... Oh, there's the other distribution office. We've got our export distribution office built. I didn't even realize it. So let's get this up and running. We want covered hulls. Let's look at some of the new ones. Like, maybe we've got new options here. The old vehicle we were buying before is, I believe, the JE300, which is 6.4 tons of crops and goes fast enough for our asphalt roads, which is nice. I think that's the one we were using. No, wasn't it the T138? Yeah, those are bigger but a bit slower. We were using some of them. So, what do we want to look at here? The 2 things we're really concerned about are speed and size, and price to a lesser degree. This one's an interesting compromise. It's a bit bigger. It's faster than the T138s here, but doesn't carry as much. It's an interesting choice. What about this one? That's really slow. Yeah, let's go with some double W50s. Why not? So 3 for now should be fine. And what we want to do here is take food from that warehouse complex to the border. But we only want to load up if the warehouses get like 80% full. Because the farms are going to deliver up to 90%. So there'll be a little 10% cushion. If these warehouses are 80% full, which they are right now, hopefully that's enough for all of our city needs. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Okay, so that's one job done already. I think we need to start working on flattening stuff out while we're waiting for this area to finish. So we are a little bit concerned that these rocky areas will cut off our ability to build any sort of crop fields. But otherwise, this actually looks pretty flat. I bet you with the forgiving nature of farms, we can probably get away with just using this area as is. There is some rocky stuff here, unfortunately. But let's just see how this functions. Why don't we start planting farms in this area, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. Food and crops related, big field. So how big are the big fields? Are this big? So, okay, the game does want us to flatten a little bit. Why don't we start here, maybe? Yeah, I like it. So if we put a big field there, and then another there. I'm going to be a little bit careless here, like just a bit, you know? It's going to look nice, but it doesn't have to look perfect. It's the way I figure right now. We could probably put one in here, too, with just a couple little tweaks. So let's see if we can do that. Oh, we're not close enough to excavate. Okay, well, that's an issue. That's all right, though. As I say, we should be able to get a reasonable farming area in without doing too much flattening here. So, I think we want a road right in there. So let's start planning the roads. Like if we go like that. Then we can go like this. And we'll later upgrade these. Like before we open the farms, we'll have upgraded roads, but that doesn't have to be immediate. So we'll just extend this one out. Something like this. Okay. Now, I'm going to continue this road for now. Just straighten it a bit. And I think we're going to want kind of the center of our farm to be around this little intersection here. So coming off this way where there's all this hills and stuff that'll stop us putting fields in. Meanwhile, I'm going to build some small fields, like right in a row up this way. Okay, so farming, small field, small field, small field. Maybe we could do better just by only using medium and large fields. I mean, the medium fields do take like a quarter of the time of the large field already, so they're not super long sowing. The reason we do small fields, like smaller fields, as well as simply doing the bigger fields, is that the growing season will start a little bit quicker on these small guys, right? So we want the smaller ones to sort of lead the way. Let's make sure that these roads work. They do. They're fine. Okay. Now let's Let's keep building big fields here, and then we'll get the road built afterwards. Looks like we're going to need some flattening. Actually, we should probably destroy this road. So I think the road's one of the problems here. It's always a little bit more of a pain doing this in the winter. Can't really see quite as well. Despite the grids, hard work, trying to help us out. So this will either be meat or clothing or booze. And I'll admit, like, I'm the type to often want to restart a map and just kind of like apply what I've learned last time and give up all my amazing progress and start again way too often. So there's a lot of these chains that I haven't really built too many times. I've built, I think I built everything at least once, but some of it quite a while ago. So this might be a bit of a challenge to figure out exactly how to structure it. But we'll do our best. So big field should work now, I hope. Yes, that is absolutely fine. And then we can do another one here. We just have to do... Oh, no, we don't even have to flatten. It looks like it's going to work just great. Let's try to make sure that they're lined up, though. Oh, no, I guess we will need to flatten. So what's the problem terrain here? Again, that corner? Okay, sure. Just lower this, I guess, right around here. And over here. It's probably going to work fine. Again, I'm giving up on the idea of making it just absolutely flawless the way I tried to do with the first farm, just because it took so long. We're going to do the almost is good enough for me. Almost strats, all right. Can we do one more? Probably not, right? This is going to have rocks and stuff in there. Yeah. So this area in here is going to be where all of our little infrastructure-y things are. Let's put some more big fields this way. Just need a little bit of a lowering up here. Okay. Good stuff. All right. One more. More lowering over here. We'll have some rolling hills in our farm this time. It'll be delightful. Forget everything I've said in the past about flat being beautiful. Rolling hills. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, maybe not everything in the past. I mean, this is obviously much more of a pain than it would be if it was completely flat. But we'll get there, right? Didn't I see green earlier? Thought I did. Let's see about just kind of like smoothing all this out without trying to make it absolutely flat, but just like a little bit of a smoothie smooth. Okay. There we go. All right. So that's a bunch of farms. Now we need infrastructure for these farms. The first thing I'm going to do is put an agro complex right on this corner here. agro farm. And I guess we'll hook that up pretty quickly. Finish building the road first. I don't know if I really want to start it like right away. I kind of want to make sure that we have everything planned so that we know if there's going to be any problems and we can make little corrections before we actually put concrete on the ground here. Get the construction going. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. That one works. Why didn't this work? Doesn't look like that big of a drop to me. Huh, that's strange. Well, let's see what we can do about it. I guess not much, eh? There we go. Okay. Now we're gonna have to go over this little hill. Shouldn't be too bad. No, not bad at all. Oh, we got so much like flattening gear in this part of the map. Got access to like 3 layers, I think, of roadworks depots there. It's amazing. Amazing how quick that went. Okay, so now I'm gonna want to put a road in right next to it here. Maybe, I guess not quite that close, eh? Like one more maybe. There we go. A gas station. We don't need a bus stop yet. We will have a bus stop, but it'll be where the factory is, wherever that ends up being, which will probably be a little bit farther down the road, I guess. We'll see. Gas station. Should be like right on the main kind of strip, you know, right near where the agro farm is, because the farm machinery is extremely slow, and we don't want to have them running around all over the map. Okay, so now we want to decide which industry we're going to do here. And I don't know. I wonder. We could look at distillery. We could look at livestock, slaughterhouse, meat storage, all that good stuff. Or we could look at clothing. Where's clothing? Is it various industry, probably? Yes, there it is. So, I mean, fabric factory consumes chemicals as well. We'd have to import those. It's not so bad. And we can consume only 2.5 tons of fabric per month or per day, whereas the fabric factory produces 5 tons. So we'd want 2 clothing factories per 1 fabric factory. Let's do that. Let's build a clothing industry. I like it. I like it very much. So how do we do this? That's the real question. We want to put this, I think, in a place where we can use all of these conveyor belts here. So what makes sense for that? Like, I want to use every single conveyor belt. Like, I don't want any of them going to waste. I guess we could put it here. And then, what does a clothing factory look like? Like this? Okay, so what if we... Let's see if we can be a bit tricksy about this. I'm gonna hit the pause button because I don't want these things to start auto-building on me. Or not auto-building, but I don't really want ground to be broken. I could just turn them all off, I guess. That's probably the smarter way of doing it. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna stop that, and I'm gonna stop this, and I'm gonna stop this. Okay, and then we'll press play. We want our railroad to continue. We will put an export zone at some point just for a covered train, like right along the rail line up here, somewhere near mid-constructio, somewhere around here. There will be a new export processing zone, similar to the other one we built on that was specific for food. But this one will use trains. I want to do it in a bigger scale. I'm not totally satisfied with the way we planned the food warehouse district, basically for current needs rather than for future needs. It's not at all future-proof. So, food and crop related, grain storage. Is this going to work the way I hope it does? That's the real question here. So I hope we can put a grain storage here. Looks like we can. Okay, so now I hope we can do building on fire. Okay, let's look at that. That's important. It might be out of range of our fire engines, which it doesn't look like it is. It's the snowplow zone, and we're glad that the snowplows are on fire, if anything's going to be. It's not the end of the world once that gets... Especially since all the snowplows are actually out plowing snow right now, so... that's going to get fixed up real quick. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, it's a snowplow. Okay, right, so now we want various industry, clothing factories, and we want 2 of them. Now, we're looking for 2 things out of this. 3 things, really. 4 things, I guess. We want it to be accessible to people on buses, both factories. We want them both to have to take product from the fabric factory here, and we want them both to be able to deliver their product to one unifying loading station or warehouse, probably. So, okay, just thinking about it, if I do this... Come on. Come on. Okay. Then... have another one here. No, that doesn't work. This is quite tricksy, actually. Trying to figure out the way to make this function. It's interesting. I feel like there should be a way to go into this. It's probably just yeah, you know what? I'm going to demolish this, and I'm going to do some flattening before we really start building. Because we are getting some problems based upon the differences in elevation here of these different buildings. So we'll remove that one too. And then we'll start at about that point and just smooth it all from here. Oh, and move that as well. Should probably do the same with the gas station even. Yeah, this area is going to be pretty intricate with a lot of little forklift paths and stuff, so we don't want the to have to deal with elevation changes while we build here. We're also going to have to remember to leave room for power lines to come in. That's something I could easily see myself missing. So let's try to be like super deliberate about this. Unfortunately, we got some rock here. That's always a pain to flatten rock. We do want the game moving. I don't know why I keep pausing it. Got to guess a bit of a reflex that makes me want to pause when I'm building stuff, but yeah, no reason. Actually, let's get all of this done. Just like that. Yeah, I like it. Okay. So, if we think about this, I think what we want... Let's see. Let's be more deliberate this time. We probably don't need more than about 4 silos coming in, like in an ideal world, into the fabric factory. So, I'll keep going to food and crop instead of various. Here we go, fabric factory. Maybe if we think about it as having the silos be kind of in the back, or something. So let's start there. See how this ends up working. We're going to need a lot more flattened terrain than this, though, unfortunately. And actually, I'm going to take a shortcut to this because it seems to be... The rock is just so annoying to deal with. So the one thing about... I find about, like, flattening when you're using the building and just kind of dragging the building over stuff like this is it seems to work a lot better when the terrain's rocky. Like, when the terrain's just dirt, it doesn't seem to make that much difference, at least to me. I feel like it's just as fast to flatten with the flattening tools as it is with the building. But when you got the rocky bits, that's just so slow. The main thing, is, of course, is to have a lot of construction equipment available, and we do have a lot of construction equipment here, so it's not going too slow. Oh, we're out of money. All right. Yeah, that is quite a hill there. That's why it's taking so long. That's okay. Let's pull out something that's kind of square-ish and see if we can keep this going. See, this is so much faster. I feel like I should be keeping up on the needs of my people. We've had a lot of escapes. Oh my god, what? No, we've had a death wave? Uh-oh, time to pause. We had a death wave again! Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Did we run out of food? How is that a thing? We must have run out of food, right? Or either that or electricity, or like heat. What's our heat at right now? Oh, shoot. Heat's fine. What's our food supply at? Maybe we don't have enough workers in here? No, we're fine. We got food. Got lots of food in the warehouse. Okay, time to get to the bottom of this. Because, like, that's not normal. Our births went down to almost 0. Our deaths went way up. Oh, man. Satiation's fine, though. There's been no satiation issues. So let's go back in time a little bit. We'll see what's happening. So, satiation has been steady. Health has gone down. Government loyalty continues to increase because of our propaganda, despite all the death and stuff. Sports enjoyment goes down every winter now because the fields don't work in the winter. I don't know, it must have been heat. I can't think of anything else it could possibly have been. It must have been that our heat... Oh, look at the coal. I bet you we're not getting enough coal because... we probably don't have enough dump trucks to take it all the way from over here in Hamilton. We do have plenty of coal to pick up, though. Yeah, it used to be more full than that, it feels like, though. So, I don't know quite what's going on here. I think the first thing we should do, though, is build a couple more dump trucks if we have space in our distribution office. And we don't have space. We're using it all up. So, I think I'm going to do a thing that maybe I should have done a long time ago. And we're going to make this the new coal distribution area, the new coal distribution office, instead of this. So we'll take... oh, that's my construction office. Yeah. See, all the dump trucks here are totally busy. This one is bringing coal. I bet you that's what happened. I bet you we ran out of coal. Because I think we've had so many workers available, right, that we wouldn't have run out of workers. So I'm going to change the depot of, like, 2 of these dump trucks here. Okay. And now you guys are going to be... Oh, I'm also going to add another, a third, maybe a 4th dump truck here. So T138s. Make that 4. Okay, so now you guys pick up at the coal storage here. Oh, and we should get rid of all of this stuff. Pick up at the coal storage. Deliver to all the things that desperately need coal. So that would be that heating plant over there and the other heating plant over here. I think that's what ultimately happened is we added the 2nd heating plant to the mix, and the game didn't like 2 heating plants. Like, we didn't have enough dump trucks to service them both. So, problems. We're gonna put that at 0. So even if the coal's having trouble refilling, the trucks will still keep moving. I think that's a good idea. So that should work. We'll make sure that these coal trucks pop out right away. They are, in fact, doing that. So now we have this one filling the heating plants. And I think that means we can take this one off the same job, maybe. Or maybe we should just leave it on. I don't know. So this one only has 2 dump trucks now. It is also moving gravel, though, I think. Like, what's it moving that requires a dump truck? Is it only coal? Oh, coal to the cement plant as well. Both cement plants. I forgot about that. Or, no, there's only one cement plant, of course. Okay. So I think what we do is we still have this one pick up coal as well. But this one, we won't use the Hamilton aggregate storage. Instead, we'll use the aggregate storage here. So distribution office. We don't need that. I bet you we just had a bunch of people freeze to death this winter. I wish I was paying more attention instead of working on my farm. Wait, what? Can't assign more buildings? Oh, I guess I forgot to unassign the things. So, wait, what? Why are you unloading at the gravel processing plant? Oh, because I just clicked that. Oops, clicked the wrong one. So, we're going to take off the Shackelford heating plant. And we're going to add that coal and load coal 10%, make it 20, I guess. And we're unloading coal at the local cement plant here and at the local heating plant, right? Did I completely take the heating plant off of here before? I might have. Oh no, here it is. So that's good. Okay. That's what we want. Now both of these offices are servicing the heating plant. This one from the local coal storage here, and then the other one from over there. That seems like a much more reliable system to me. We have backup plans and stuff like that, you know? Contingencies. Now, I wanted to get these things going before the summer. I might have missed the boat on that. But let's see if we can make it happen right away here. Oh, shoot. I guess I didn't build this at a place where I can make a road happen. Oops. Well, let's flatten away, I guess. Might have to set it back a little bit farther from the road. That's fine. So, construction. Food related. Food. Agro farm. Take off that. Put it there. Now see about a road. Really? Wow, okay. It's not great. There we go. That's okay. It's not ideal, but it's just fine. I could also lower this area, but or raise the road or something, but I don't know. That seems okay to me. So, now this one will start on construction. I'm tempted to fund it. Oh, but not for 118,000. So we might not be able to get this farm going this year. It'll definitely be going next year, though, so that's okay. It's not the end of the world. My construction office will immediately start on this, though, so that's something. It might finish. It might surprise me with how quickly it finishes. Because right now, we're doing the 2 prefabs and the agro farm, and that's it. Just the 3 things. And the prefabs look like they're almost done. And also, we'll be doing foundation work here while we're doing finishing work there. So that's good. Okay, so let's go back to like looking at these buildings and how they work. It's like a little mini puzzle game when it comes to planning out industry. How does it all fit together? Unfortunately, we have less groundwork gear, less terraforming equipment. because a lot of it is now en route to the farm to do the foundation there. That's okay. The farm is #1 priority. Maybe we can still get some crops as soon as this year. That would be a big benefit to us. Get going sooner rather than later, even if it's not a full year's harvest. I wish I'd left myself a little bit more space, but realistically, we put in as many fields as we need, right? We didn't overdo the number of fields or anything like that. It's just too bad we only have a very small area to work here. Be nice to have a bit more space. It's an interesting idea. Maybe we can do something up here or something. Yeah, you know what? This could work really well. We do that, and then connect up like that, and then we'll be missing out on this one, but I mean that's not too bad. So second clothing factory over here, maybe like something like that. The money's dripping down again. I'm really not a fan of how we don't seem to be bringing the debt down at all, despite the fact that we're really not building very much right now. Once those roads make it all the way out to where the iron plant is, or the iron setup, we'll be much busier at construction then. And that's when we'll probably see the money drain fast. So, not super happy that it's draining as quickly as it is right now. Because that's the same amount it was the first loan we took today. We haven't paid any off. I do hope to be paying it off, you know? That would be the ideal. Yeah. God, that's such a... That hill is so annoying. Okay. How's this going? It's got resources. It has all the resources it needs to really start on construction. It's just waiting on people. So that's good. And it's got a couple of these excavators en route, too. Okay, so various industry, clothing factory. Let's see where we're at now. Yeah, we got a lot more flattening to do before this is going to work. This is much faster than it would be using the flattening tool for the rock. No matter how slow it is better than the alternatives. The reason I'm building it like this, too, is so that I can put a warehouse kind of in the back here. Maybe even 2 warehouses. Maybe I want one to store dye, because we're far enough away from the border that we're going to have trouble having a steady supply with the distribution center. Especially once we get our own dye production up and going at some point, like we'll want to have a nice big warehouse to ship the dye into. Oh, hey, Electrical Banana, welcome to the channel. Thank you for the follow. Man, I sure am glad that we got that mechanical banana out of here. He was taking up all the erotically shaped fruit section of our chat. Need to make room for the electric banana. I've always got room. I've always got time for erotically shaped fruit, though, so I guess I can forgive him. It's fine. Okay. Slowly but surely, we are getting towards where we want to be. It would have been nice to leave space that wasn't a freaking mountainside, though. That's for sure. Might be a mistake building 2 clothing factories right away here because we're going to probably struggle to get enough crops out of here to supply the full throughput of the fabric factory. But I think I'd rather go too hard than too light right now. Maybe that's silly, but it's the way I feel about it anyway. Actually, maybe that's really silly. Let's see if we can get a comparison over here. Like, so this one, the maximum use of the food factory is 42 tons per day, and we know we're not using all of that. We're using like half of it. So over here, the maximum is, oh, we don't know until we actually finish it. Okay. Maximum's only 20 per day. So actually, it's totally realistic that we'll use the entirety of the fabric factory. So let's keep going like this then. That's good. We see how slow this is. It's it doesn't like flattening, I think, quite as like dramatic cliff faces as the building flattener will do. So I think that's a big part of it. And the stone just takes forever. Trying to find a building that's slightly larger, but yeah, that's a good one. Something that's a good size to really just get pushing here. Oh, this is exciting. So this episode's gonna be a whole lot of flattening. I mean, what else is new? We've had other episodes that have been like a whole lot of flattening before, and we did do some interesting stuff. We had a little minor population crisis. You know, that's always interesting. Die-offs are fun, right? Dying's fun. Dying's fun as long as it's like your minions doing it and not yourself, I think. Come on. We're getting there. I probably, in hindsight, should have planned this out so that we had a little bit less of this rocky hill stuff to deal with, but what I was thinking at the time was that we could just fit our little factories in this little wedge of green here, and meanwhile our farms would not work on the rock at all. So, I mean, that's all very true. I think we're almost there, though. Especially since we now have our full force of like 4 excavators working on it again. Which is real smooth. How's this going? We have workers, a few of them. We're waiting on steel for steel framing a little bit. We've gotten the foundation done already, which is why the excavators are back. So that's cool. That's very fast. Clothing factory. Something like that looks real nice to me. Didn't like that. Okay, now, ideal place for a bus stop's probably up here, actually, on the way in, because we can absolutely walk to all these factories from that spot. So let's plan around a bus stop. So something like that. Sort of. Maybe on a slight angle so that we can make sure we use that, forklift slot there. So if we go like that, maybe, and then connect this up. Easy enough. And I'll wait on that one. So let's see how these silos fit in. Hopefully well. I'm not sure, though. Oh, yeah. Not having access to any of this stuff over here is not ideal in my mind. So, do we need more than 3 silos? Or is 3 silos enough? That's the real question here. I'd like more than 3 silos, but I don't know how necessary it is. If we do this, we could have a... yeah, okay, so let's get rid of this road. We'll rebuild it in a second. I kind of want... I mean, I guess I was thinking I want to use that footpath, but I don't think we need it. What we do need, though, is a footpath. Oh, no, I guess that'll be a road, right? So, yeah, I mean, this might be okay. This might be okay. Let's act as though it's okay, and then only panic and rebuild everything when we know it's necessary. So, like, we'll use that, I guess. Is there room for another over here? Not really. It would be if not for the bus stop, but, ugh. Okay. Then something like that and this. I don't know. I mean, this doesn't feel super nice to me, but it might work reasonably well. And we don't need to connect that path up. Yeah, I don't like this placement here at all. Hey, Jank Tank. I'm doing pretty well. Had a migraine yesterday. Didn't come on because of that. I don't get them very often, so I feel real bad for the people who get them all the time because they are horrible. But today I'm feeling quite a bit better. Still a little weird queasiness, but, you know, mostly fine. So good to go on a nice chill game of Workers and Resources. Okay. I'm still not quite sure if this is, like, good. But, we're going with it for now in the hopes that it's good enough. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's why there were no YouTube videos yesterday. And this one will be up right away. It'll be up tomorrow. So if anyone was wondering why the channel was empty, I think for the first time in like since the channel started, really. I think it was the first day of 0 videos in 24 hours. It's just because I couldn't make my vision work, basically. Blurry-eyed. Okay. So now... like that. We do want a shortcut here for sure. That seems pretty good. I'm sure that's walkable to the, oh yeah, plenty walkable. Maybe this is a mistake though. Let's rethink this plan a bit. I kind of want to have a road going through here. Oh, we can't? Oh yeah, we can. Just barely. That's good. So more like that. Just hit that button to get those going. Okay, so now we have 3 silos feeding into a fabric factory, feeding into 2 clothing factories. I hope that's good. It would be nice to have like a warehouse for the fabric as an in-between stage. We obviously have not left room for that. So that might be a really terrible mistake again, but we'll see. Probably shouldn't have these like starting already, but what are you gonna do, right? We're in for a penny, in for like a life of suffering. I don't know. I'm gonna fund the last 10,000 of this with the hope that we can get these farms going. So we're gonna buy. Oh man, we got lots more options now. We're gonna buy the very nicest combines we can possibly buy. So we'll get like, what is it? 7 and 5 or 8 and 4. I'm gonna go with 7 and 5, I guess. And these are like the same, right? This one has slightly less power, so slightly less fuel. I mean, sure. Oh, and we need power. Oh, I forgot about power. Okay, so, here, maybe? Like this? We really don't have any nearby power transformers at all. I guess this would be the closest. That's not so bad. So let's see if there's an empty spot here. We don't need big lines. Smaller lines would be fine. Doesn't look like there is. These are all filled up already. So we could do a little smaller kind of transformer junction thing here. One of these medium voltage switches. Let's do it. Let's put that here, and we'll just rejigger these power lines a bit, and we'll do it with auto buying so that we don't disrupt everything. I think I might have just cut both lines when I meant to only cut one, but that's okay. Guess I'm not too concerned. Could have been a bit more careful, of course. Okay, and now, where's the other power line? It's here. Okay, connect up the road. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Should work. Should be just enough space here, I think. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, now we'll use these guys. Just go straight up to here, I guess, and then continue along the roadside. What? Okay, that seems pretty good. All right, so we want to tell it all to build, but we also want to do this stuff around here auto-built so that we're not disrupting existing infrastructure. Okay, seems good. We also need a gas station sooner rather than later, and I wish there was an obvious place to put it here. I might have screwed that up a bit, but I'll put it out here. It won't be too far to go. And then beyond the gas station will be the distribution stuff. So we'll go with roads, and then put a gas station on the end. Not a bus stop, a gas station. Okay. Strange that it's asking us to go so far away from the road on this one, but sure. Oh, overlapping with the power lines I just planned out, right? That's why it had us going so far back, is the power lines. Well, who planned them in a silly place like that? Anyway, I don't think it was me. Couldn't have been me. All right, let's do this again. All right, now let's go back to power lines and do a slightly better job this time. Unobtrusive, that's the goal. Oh, that works. That connects at a much harsher angle, I think, than they used to connect at. So that's neat. I think that's a little bit of an ease of life kind of situation here. Little convenience there. All right. So we have told it to auto search. I'm going to manually add the medium farms right away, and then we'll let the large farms auto add themselves. But we want the medium ones just for, and I see that there aren't roads to everything. So let's get all the roads hooked up first. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 3 medium fields. I see. That does make sense then. We do want the road coming out here. Make sure all of these fields are hooked up. We'll probably need a few more fields, but there'll be time for that. So now, I guess without the power supply, it's just not going to work. Oh, no, it does. It is sowing. It is working. Okay, good. These farm vehicles are going to have to make a long trek to a gas station, which is not great, but whatever. It's fine. Man, I hope this is planned decently. Somewhat decently, at least. Maybe I should have put the road on the other side here. Maybe I still can. No. No way. This is fine, though. Right. So, from this, we want to really try to level this terrain here. And then see if we can build a warehouse to store the finished clothes. We probably only need one warehouse to, we probably don't need a distribution center right now, like we have for food. Because clothing is used in such small quantities relative to food. We could have one warehouse hooked up to each of these factories and then have one of those loading bays that goes to both of them. That's probably the best idea. Let's work under that assumption and just see how much effort we actually have to put into this to make it work. So, like these, oh, I mean, that is kind of doing what I want it to do, sorta. All right. Looks like we need another loan. Our debt is staying more or less the same. Let's check on our iron area. We are starting to seed these fields, and that's what we wanted to see, because we do want crops coming in as soon as this fall. Missing gravel. Okay. Interesting. It is a sign, though, so we'll make sure this construction office has access to gravel, because it might not. Yeah, it has 3 dump trucks, and does have gravel, it seems like. Oh, and they are transporting gravel to the road right now, so that's fine. Meanwhile, the rail line has made it to here. And this one is still almost done, yeah. So the construction train should be somewhere. There it is. It's going back to base. Good stuff. Okay, so we should check on the steel, make sure the exports are going fine. Missing iron right now. That's interesting. I wonder if our steel train's stuck at the border again, like it has been those other times. That's so annoying. No, it's loading up on iron, so it is doing what it's supposed to be doing. That's good. Means we processed through all that iron just in the time it was away, which is positive. Okay, so... Right, so we need to get warehouses in order here. Let's do that. Or let's continue this process, rather. Yeah, the rail building train. I haven't even looked at it once this whole episode, and it seems to be just doing its job just fine, you know? So that's great. I think we've planned our rail pretty decently. We'll be able to... the next task with rail, once this line is done-ski, and maybe even before then, I do want to start putting some sections of that track with a double stretch so that trains can get around each other. I don't want to double track the whole way right now. That seems excessive. But I am probably, once we get a few more of these farm areas in and we start doing all the various product lines that come out of farms, we'll want, I think, sort of a railway loading zone that we can deliver all the various covered car goods to. If that makes sense. So like the clothing and the booze and the meat. Though meat, we might want to just... Oh, hey, fire extinguished. I didn't even notice that it was on fire. But that works out. I think we still have a housing shortage, despite our small little die-off we had recently. But that's kind of unimportant right now. Like, if we have some escapes due to not enough housing, that actually explains a lot of the escapes. It does not in any way explain the deaths, though, so, you know. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about our population right now. We have plenty of people for what we currently have built, and we're waiting on the construction of our new industry. Some vehicles without fuel already. That's too bad. This is really important. I'm just going to fund it. Like, whatever. We really, really want... oh, and we need power supply here, too, I guess, in order to actually make it work. So that's maybe not as useful as I was hoping. How are the power lines going? I mean, they're not really yet. 12,000? I don't know. That's not even the whole way either. This is all just a work in progress. Hopefully by the time harvest season comes in, we'll have a place to store the crops and we'll have trucks to haul them out of the fields and all that sort of good stuff. Okay, so back to warehouses, I guess. The real challenge is going to be this side, I suppose. Well, but that's not so bad, really. Okay, well, let's get it a little bit more lowered around here. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the comment about the new town. It's very square right now. It's a very square new town. I kind of like building without too much wasted space. Like, this is my old town, you know. It's pretty. There isn't a lot of wasted real estate in here, just because people spend so much time walking around and walking distances is so important. I think beauty comes from function a lot of the time. A lot of the time, I think people are so worried about making something that's beautiful that they don't make something functional. And that's kind of takes some of the beauty away, you know? Beauty is a perfect little ant colony. Just all doing their stuff. Man, these rocks. Yeah, if I had to do it over again, I'd probably just put the stuff, like, over here or something. I don't know. But whatever. At least my fingers get an exercise. Hey, let's hook up the gas station to our gas distribution network and then turn off the auto purchasing. So this is the cisterns. This is the gas. We'll put the new gas station on there. This guy. And yeah, that's exactly right. Now let's turn off auto purchasing. Meanwhile, I don't think any work's going into these farms right now because we don't have mechanisms, because we don't have power to our gas station. So this is all quite useless for now. I don't know, though. These power lines are cheap. I'm just going to buy them. I'm just going to buy them because I want these crops being planted this year. I don't want to wait. I'm impatient right now. Okay. Don't want to pay for stuff like that. We want to build as much as we can ourselves, but oh well. Okay, so let's get back to this. We want warehouses. I mean, that would be fine if it would let us build there. Let's work smarter, not harder. We'll use a building to kind of get this leveled. More money again. Again, it's been 2350 to 2400 every time I've clicked that button today. It's been in that same little range, not going up, not going down. Oh, well, what I keep telling myself is that once we get the iron ramped up, iron production, and then the iron shipped to the steel mill, then the steel exports will be pure money. We won't be importing any goods, and that should really dramatically improve our bottom line. So I'm counting on that to just storm in and bail us out, you know. But as it is, it's not like our debt's spiraling out of control or anything. It's just staying pretty consistent. And then every once in a while, we build something very expensive, like doing all the rail line tweaks we did last episode, and things get a bit out of control for a while. And then we reel them back in, and then we're consistent again for a while. Speaking of out of control, we're past our hour mark. The episode length is out of control! But hey, we'll be back next time. So cheers, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye, YouTube.